Hey everybody, Jonathan Scott with Vegas Nonstop, and we thank you for tuning in. We've got my friend Tony Abou-Ganim here at the little studio with our friend Richard Giacovino from Hey Vegas. So make sure and check out Hey Vegas as well. And by the way, if you're a podcast fan, you can catch us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Spotify, and any other podcasts that you might be tuning into. So Tony, you've got all kinds of stuff in front of us here, and it is Friday night, and we are ready to start drinking. So you want to do the cocktail first, or you want to talk a little bit first?
Well, we can talk a little bit while we make the cocktail, because the whiskey that I brought, the Woody Creek High Rye Single Barrel Bourbon Whiskey, is part of the TAG Spirits Awards, which kick off this Sunday here in Las Vegas. Woody Creek is sponsoring the cocktail competition that includes 5 MGM properties, and it's going to be held at the club over at Bellagio.
So I'd like to start by introducing our guest and saying, look, Tony and I have been friends for a number of years, and Tony's got a wonderful book out, if you like spirits, called The Modern Mixologist, and you can get it on Amazon.com. It's been out for a number of years now, and it talks about all kinds of wonderful cocktails and creations. And Tony is also one of the founders and principals of Libertine Social over at Mandalay Bay. Sometimes you're still probably behind the bar, aren't you?
I was there today, Jonathan, buffing glasses and mixing drinks. I love being behind the bar, and that's the interaction.
And that's funny because I like being
on the other side. That's why we get along so well.
I know. I'm ready to start drinking. I don't know about you guys at home. But anyway, Hey Vegas also is going to have all of these segments that we're going to see throughout our little afternoon here. So what do you got?
Well, this is actually from Libertine Social. This is our house old fashioned. I'm featuring again the Woody Creek Single Barrel. This is only available at the 5 properties MGM. We bought this barrel. We bought 3 more barrels, and it'll be the featured whiskey at the Lion's Den competition on Sunday. So we're going to use a couple ounces of that, some gum syrup just for the sweetener, and then the not yet, Jonathan, world famous Tony Abou-Ganim double barrel chicory pecan bitters. Pecan
bitters. Ah, some pecan bitters.
It's I don't know what I was thinking. I was going to get rich one drop at a time.
But now we're using in Manhattan as well. Proper Manhattan would use bitters, and I don't see a lot of bartenders using bitters.
Well, I mean, fortunately today, Jonathan, bitters have made a comeback. So we have more than just Angus Storm to show. So like I said, this is chicory and pecan, so it goes really nicely with bourbon whiskey, rye whiskey, aged rums. Just love that sound. Ice cubes clinking in a mixing beaker.
That could almost be a song. Ice cubes clinking in an empty glass. For Woody's Creek going down, but kind of a Christmassy theme.
Anyway, all right.
Okay, so you've got that going, and you've got some.
Yeah, so like I said, this is kicking things off on Sunday. On Monday, we have the educational tracks over at Delano. Monday night, we have a big dinner at Cleaver. If you're a fan of Nick Tully Mendoza, and you should be, he makes wonderful food and wonderful cocktails at Cleaver. That's Monday night. That's the judges' dinner. Tuesday, we have the big kickoff reception. I know you're going on Tuesday.
Yes.
Over at Libertine Social.
Yes.
Taking over the entire restaurant. We have our supplier partners. We talked about some of the great bartenders from Las Vegas. We're making drinks. The food, there's going to be caviar and it's going to be, I can't wait.
Okay, so for those of you that are watching at home, if you want to attend any of these events, go to the TAG, T-A-G, spiritsawards.com. And the other day I'm talking to Tony, I said, Tony, what is TAG? What is TAG? Here's the dummy question. I'm looking all over the website. I don't see what TAG stands for. He starts laughing and says, Tony Abou-Ganim. It stands for my name. I like that you named an award show after yourself.
Well, after 40 plus years behind the bar, Jonathan, I figured I could do that.
Give out some awards. So here's my question. Why did you, David Grapschi, am I saying his name right?
Mm-hmm.
And Julio Bermejo launched the TAG Global Spirits Award. Let's start with that first one.
Well, I had been judging San Francisco World Spirits Awards, which is a fabulous awards competition for over 20 years. The last 11 as director of judges. And David and myself and Julio, we agreed that we wanted to expand it beyond just a bunch of great palates sitting in a room tasting spirits and really bring in the consumer, the end user. the enthusiasts, people who appreciate and want to better understand spirits and get an opportunity to sit with Charles Joly or Bridget Albert or Julio Bermejo and drink a cocktail and, you know, interact. So that, along with my philanthropic, you know, commitment to the industry. As you know, the Helen David Relief Fund is something I started 12 years ago. Very dear to my heart because Helen was my cousin who taught me to be a bartender in 1980. She opened a bar in 1937 with her mother in Port Huron, Michigan, ran that bar for nearly 70 years, and survived breast cancer twice. So in her memory, I started the Helen David Relief Fund to benefit bartenders going through cancer treatment.
Well, what's your favorite toast? I asked if you've got a toast for me.
Well, my cousin Helen, and I keep this toast alive in her memory, simple as can be, she would just wish you happiness.
Nothing wrong with that. Now, do you eat these at first, or do you let them sit there? Or...
There's no owner's manual that comes with this.
You just keep drinking, right?
Whatever you want to do, Jonathan, is the right
well,
thing
my
to do.
beautiful girlfriend came up with another one. She said, the only pain that you feel be champagne.
Ah, that's
like
lovely.
That one. I like that
That's
one.
lovely. Yeah. No, I mean, well, how blessed are we to work in this industry, to, you know, drink great spirits, to share great relationships with great people, and, you know, we're not curing cancer, although we're trying to help bartenders going through cancer. But it's just you know, putting smiles on faces.
That's what it's all about. And that's what we try and do and make people happy. Why Las Vegas? These are your questions.
I mean, why
Because we
not
live here?
Las Vegas? Well, because we live
Because we
here.
sell more liquor in 5.1 miles than any other city in the world.
Well, it's funny, you know, when I moved here in '98 to open the Bellagio, I thought, I'll stay a year, maybe two. You know, from San Francisco, I'm still here, and I don't have any plans to go anywhere else. And, you know, to bring something like this, a celebration of spirits, of cocktails, the people that make them, the people that make the spirits that go into them, and bring everyone to Las Vegas to share in that.
It's a good one. And you know, I have my favorite bartenders around town, and you know, they become friends throughout the years. You know, J.O.D., John O'Donnell, certainly a great bartender. Shout out to all my Ronnie. My favorite bartenders. Remember my stupid jokes?
Well, Dale DeGroff, and I wish I said this, but Dale DeGroff once said, I don't go to bars, I go to bartenders. You know, I could probably make a better drink at home, but the reason I want to go is for that experience, that interaction with the bartender.
All right, I want to get through your questions. Tell me about the judges.
Judges coming from 4 continents, so it's truly a global panel.
Okay, name the continents.
Well, let me work on this one.
North America, South America, Asia, Europe.
The Caribbean is
Caribbean. Okay.
But yeah, no, we've got great judges, great personalities. They're going to be contributing not only as judges, but to the educational track. So, like I said, for a consumer, you're able to interact with some of these personalities and get to meet them.
Now, we talked about the Pink Tie Party. I think we already covered that. And again, if you want to attend any of these great events, you can go to the tag, T-A-G for his name, spiritsawards.com. Tag Spirits Awards, and some of them are free events.
Yes.
So you want to take advantage of those, and everything is reasonably priced anyway. And I love this quote that Tony gave me. I just wrote it down. It's a celebration of cocktails and the people who make them.
Yes.
I love that.
God bless.
All right, so we talked about the drink that you're making us. You told us about this whiskey, but I know you also have another bottle of Uncle Nearest, and I know a little bit about it because I'm a Jack Daniels fan.
Yes.
So I'll let you tell the story.
Out of Tennessee, master distiller, first, I don't want to say the first black master distiller, but most recognized first master distiller who was African American, who really taught Jack Daniels.
That's what I heard. I didn't want to say that because that's what I heard.
And this was, in last year's competition, won a platinum medal and best of show. So beautiful whiskey. If you haven't tried Uncle Nearest, definitely get a bottle. And it just, again, we'll have this at the Pink Tie Party. The Pink Tie Party is going to be up at Skyfall on top of the Delano.
And I like that you call it Delano.
You know, how do you call it?
I call it Delano because of
Delano,
Franklin
right.
Delano
There you
Roosevelt.
go, all
But
right.
I heard people calling all kinds
Delano.
of Delano.
Apples, oranges.
Yeah, but I go to the Delano Hotel in Miami. It's a very famous hotel as well.
Yeah.
But I always call it the Delano.
Well, as long as you show up on Friday,
Friday's the big
February
party.
3rd, for the pink
Now,
tie
are we
party.
tasting anything else or this?
Is
You're
that
going to
not
do
enough?
Uncle
We
Nearest
can-
or you don't have it open? You don't have to, but
that was the only bottle I have, so I just kind of brought it for show. But
It's
for
for
you, I would
show.
open it. If
I'll do a shot with you.
Do you have any glasses? We need a glass.
I do. As a matter of fact, I bring my own Jonathan Scott mug.
where can I get one?
I don't like plastic on anything.
And my dad said, you know, the real beauty and value in something is sharing it with someone you love. So, all right.
I love you. You're a Jew.
All right.
Your name is Lou. Lou McGillis is going to be joining us in a little bit. We're going to do a bunch of little segments. We're going to be talking about cannabis a little bit later on, so stay tuned. Stay where you are.
Look at my glass.
Wow, yours is like smoking or something.
Well, that's all I had. So, you know, in a pinch, you.
I like it chilled. I like anything chilled.
All right. Well, here, let's try using your coffee cup.
Yeah.
Your uncle.
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't be careful.
There's
That's
something
alcohol
in there.
abuse. That's.
Oh, you poured it in there.
theirs.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know.
when you weren't looking.
I'm never looking.
Cheers, my friend.
Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Oh, I gotta back up and kiss myself.
That's darn good.
That's darn good.
That's darn good.
No wonder they got a platinum medal best of show last year at the Tag Awards.
Uncle Nearest was introducing me my friend Larry Wirt. Shout out to Uncle Lair. I want to eat these things too. These because everything you bring is special, so I want to taste that.
Well, that's from my friend E.T. He does these beautiful garnishes and olive juice, Dirty Sue for Dirty Sue olive brine for dirty martinis. Just a fabulous guy. So I always. We talked about it early on about relationships and nurturing those and you know, friendships. And I love to just, people I love to hang out with and they make great stuff. I love to endorse it.
Libertine Social, TagSpiritAwards.com, the modern.mixologist.com, available on Amazon. Tony Abou-Ganim in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Luke, come on over here and push the stop button. If you want to send us an email, you can write us at news1lasvegas@gmail.com. That's news number one, not spelled out, news1lasvegas@gmail.com. Jonathan Scott reminding you, eat well, party hard, and drink well. We'll be right back with more of Vegas Nonstop.